Assalamu alaikum to all of the viewers. Hope you all are fine. Today we are going to study a very important topic, which is a simple present tense, or you can also say in the British English, present indefinite tense. So let's learn the structures of this tense, right? So here you can see 5 structures: positive structure, negative interrogative, American negative interrogative, and British negative interrogative. So the first structure is positive structure. So you can see that first we have to use subject, then after that we will use verb, but with the singular subject we must use SES and IES, right? And then the complement. But in the negative structure you can see first we have to use the subject, then we have to use does or do. So there are 2 auxiliaries. So according to the subject we will use does and do. And then after that we will use not and then first form of the verb and then complement. But in the negative structure, one more thing is very necessary. Let me tell you that in the positive structure, we have to use first form of the verb with the plural subject, and with the singular subject, we will use verb with SES or IES, right? But in the negative structure, when we have used the to-do auxiliary does and do, then there is no need to use the verb with SES or IES. We have to use the first form of the verb. So that was all about the positive and negative structure. Let's go towards the interrogative structure. So in the interrogative structure, first you can see we have to use does do. Then after that we will use a subject. Then after that we will use first form of the verb and then complement, right? But remember to use a question mark at the end. And in the negative interrogative American structure, we will first use doesn't and don't. Then after that we will use subject. Then we will use first form of the verb and complement and then question mark. And in the British structure, you can see that first we have to use does and do. Then after that we will use the subject, then not. Okay, and after that we will use verb, first form of the verb and the complement. So it means that we will use first form of the verb in the negative structure, in the interrogative structure, in the American negative interrogative, and in the British negative interrogative. It is only changed, and SES, IES is used with a verb in the positive structure only. Some of the verbs are given here, so let's use these verbs in the positive structure. The positive structure, you can also see that first we have to use subject, then verb, and verb in the bracket SES and IES, right? It will be added if the subject is singular, like he, she, it, and singular noun. If these subjects are there, so then the verb must take SES or IES. For example, the first verb is go. So he goes to class. And the same example with the plural subject will be totally changed. I goes to class. No, it's wrong. I go to class. No SES, IES. It means that with the singular subject, he, she, it, and singular noun, we must use SES, IES with the verb endings. And with the plural subject, they, you, we, I, and plural noun, we are not supposed to use SES, IES. So let's use the second verb in the negative example, which is make. So with the singular subjects, it will become makes. And with the plural subject, it will be make. Okay, so he makes a cake. The negative will be he does not make a cake. Then no SES and IES required. He makes a cake, he does not make a cake. And the question will be, does he make a cake? Doesn't he make a cake? And does he not make a cake? So let's go with the plural subject. I make a cake. I do not make a cake. Do I make a cake? Don't I make a cake? And do I not make a cake? Right? So these are examples. Let me use the third verb, right, which is watch. He watches movies. He does not watch movies. Does he watch movies? Doesn't he watch movies? And does he not watch movies? And the fourth verb is wash. So if I change the subject to you, you wash the car. You does not wash the car? No, it's wrong. You do not wash the car. Do you wash the car? Don't you wash the car? And do you not wash the car? As I told you in all of my videos that every topic has two sides. So the side that we have learned was action side. Let's learn the state side of the simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Let's learn the structures of state. First we have to use subject, then is MR, then complement. Negative structure is first we have to use subject, then is MR, then not, then complement. And in the interrogative structure, first we will use is MR, then subject, and then complement, and then question mark. In the American structure, first we have to use isn't and aren't, because amn't is not there in English. And then we have to use the subject, and then complement, and then question mark. Same like this in the British structure, you can see that is MR will be used first, then we have to use subject, then after that we will use not, and then complement, and then question mark. These structures are used to talk about nationality, profession, common noun, proper noun, place, adjective, time, and age. I am Pakistani. She is a cashier at the Foreign English Language and Computer Center. You are a man. He is Fazal Shah. It's a class. The weather is nice. It is 12:38. I am 9 years old. Do you believe this? Thanks for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.